It's Ronnie, and welcome to the Paper Crafters YouTube Hop for June 22. And the theme of this one is Lemons to Lemonade. So, of course, I thought of doing a layout with lemons, which I could have because I could have done one of Gracie's birthday ones because the theme was lemon. But then I thought, well, for years and years, people used to bring things to me and I would dress them up, things that mostly had got broken, and I would take it from lemons to lemonade, and that's what I would be calling it, so that's what they would say when they would bring it to me. Family, mostly friends too, though. So, this is a layout I started years ago, and when I was first trying out mixed media, and as you can see, there's like different colors really close together. So what I did was put like yellow, then pink, then blue, and so on right there together. So when I took the brush to it, it'd pick up maybe 4 colors at one time. And I believe I was using a fan brush when I did this. And I put it on here. Well, I got this far and didn't like it and set it aside and forgot all about it. It was in the bottom tray of, well, it had a tray laying on top of it even. So when I was thinking of this, I thought I will go to my, well, it's a We Are Memory Keepers tray now. But at the time I did this, it was some Bonanza restaurant trays that I'd gotten at a flea market, and I had them stacked up. So this was like on the bottom of them. And I'm going to do it over using the same photos and maybe the same title. And I got this, and these were sitting there with it. So they've been sitting in that tray all this time too. I apparently planned on going back quicker than I did today after all. But I got this collection, and I threw this in there because I noticed it matched so well, and I thought if I had it with my green, I'd keep using it. And it's Bella Boulevard, and it was from Peachy Cheap. Quite a few 12 by 12, which is surprising, but I guess it came in a collection pack. But then they had these to go with it, and I could have sworn I had a little more, but maybe not. But I thought I'd use this. They caught a frog, not a bug, but I'm going to go with that and figure out something to bring it from lemons to lemonade and actually get my layout finished. So fast forward. So I had a hard time deciding which papers to use, and then I ended up getting one that does not even go in this collection. I had considered white, but changed my mind and picked that one you see in the background there. My first circle is 1.5 inches, and this one's 1.25 inches. And I am just going to layer them. I made the one lighter because that is going to be the belly of my frog. I don't always put a belly on there, but today I thought I'd go for it. Then I used the smaller oval punch from Stampin' Up! For the legs. And then this one is 3/4 of an inch, and I'm doing inking 2 of them. And then that one's 5/8 inch, and they're both white. And then I have 2 very dark green, but they had white core, so I am inking them even though they're really small because I didn't want the white core showing. And then the last punch there is the EK Success Flower Punch. And I'm showing the die set. That is for a card, and I inked this white one for a card last summer probably. And well, I did several cards, but this was left over. And I had cut the vellum one out already, and I was just going to use it as putting the die back up and seeing this and decide, well, I can lay the vellum on it and make it less of a bright blue and go ahead and use it on my layout and put the vellum on top. So that's what I'm going to do. And I didn't want my frog too much bigger than the jar because conceivably he should be able to fit into it. but I'm not actually going to put him behind the vellum. I have before, well, different things, not just a frog, I put behind the vellum, but today I thought I'd just have him sitting in front of it. I layered the eyes. I haven't put the center ones in yet, but I'm going to tuck the mouth in there, and I cut half a circle, then a sliver extra for the mouth, and I'm having him smile. And I thought about putting a red tongue or a pink tongue. Probably I would have used pink hanging out, but I changed my mind on that. And now all I'm doing is highlighting it with the white gel pen. And my little frog is done. And I'm showing there how it's the same dye that I used for the vellum that I did the white. And I'm just going to put the adhesive up there at the top where you won't see it because the lid will be on there. And that die actually will make two because it makes a larger one for the card. And this is kind of like an insert in the card. I got out, well, when I pulled this twine out, it kind of looked gray until I got it under the light, and then it looked like brown. So I am not sure what color it is. I think it's kind of in between the two, but I wanted something more subtle. I looked at all the other colors and they just seemed a little too bright for my layout. Because by then I decided what papers I was going to use. I'm going to use this one, and it's like, maybe 3/4 of the way across. And then the one behind it is one I got from Big Lots, like a set of 25 for $3 or $4. And it's pretty thin, so I added white cardstock beneath it. And it looks speckled, like somebody else did mixed media on it already. At the time I bought this, though, which was a long time ago, I thought of speckled eggs, like little birds up in the nest, that kind of speckled. And I thought it was cute, and I have used it. Well, I put it where I would have it close to use. So you might see me using it more soon because it's right there handy. I use diamond pressed dies for this part of the title, and then that little tiny letters. They're Memory Box Mini Varsity. And I did layer the larger one, and I think that's just called Classic, the diamond press one. I'm adding a little bit of cardstock behind my jar just to kind of make it even with the 2 strips of cardstock that I have there. And I'm just going to nestle it underneath the title. When I went to put the title on, I held it up there. I looked at it. It looked like it was going to fit. So the exclamation point did not make it on the layout, and the S almost didn't make it on the layout. Again, I should have started from the right and worked backwards, but I didn't. And so, yeah, it's just going to be a tight squeeze there. My photos were matted in yellow, and then one of them, that larger one on the bottom, was matted in green also. I took the green off and used a different color, and it's kind of well, you can see it as a bluish gray. There is kind of bluish gray sort of color in the papers. It's not a bright blue, it's more of a mellow blue. So I used it and then a darker green looking one, and it's got blue in it too. I thought it'd go pretty good with the colors that were in that one paper on the right. My jar, when I put that vellum on there and I put my magnifying glass down there, I thought, oh, how cool, you can see the glass through the vellum. Look at me, I just basically cover it up with the frog. I forgot all about making it show. I would have moved the frog over just a little bit, but I will add some leaves and cover it up some more so you won't see it. I will have one leaf showing underneath the vellum. Yeah, because by then I realized it and I made sure something showed under the vellum. Now, I really like that dragonfly, but it is huge. And so it is covering up a couple of the letters just so it'll fit on my layout because, like I said, I really like the dragonfly. I used some old paper in my scraps. Well, it's cardstock. It's very heavy cardstock. It came in a kit one time, and it's white on the other side for the flowers, and it has like really real thin lines of chevron going across it. But I looked at it and I thought, well, I think it'll be all right for the flowers. So my flowers do have some design on there, but by the time I inked it, you really couldn't tell so much. And I put the same green that I used on the leaves. I know if you notice the leaves were on the page all of a sudden. I was so busy rambling, I didn't get to tell you. Um, I forgot to turn the camera back on. The phone had rang. I forgot to turn it back on, and I put all the leaves down before I thought of it. But at least when I went to turn it off, I noticed that it was already off. Yeah, because that can get confusing. Yeah, you turn it off, don't pay attention. The next time you go to turn it back on, you're turning it back off again. Yeah, so at least I got on the ball and got everything back on track. That paper has some long, spiky leaves in it. I thought, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and add some long, spiky grass into my flowers and greenery. So that's what I'm doing now. And I just layered two pieces of paper, cardstock rather. One was paper, one was cardstock, on top of each other and cut them at the same time and just made spikes. And I'm tucking them in now with a little dab of glue and a little bit of ink on them, so there'll be some variation in them. But I think that's the last thing I do to the layout, and I will be done. So I want to mention that down there below, you'll find links to everybody else that are doing the Lemons to Lemonade Hop. And since we can take it any way we want and just run with it, there might be a good variety of what everybody's doing out there. But if you leave a comment below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those of you who already are, thank you so very much. And thank you all for watching my video today. I appreciate that too. Let's see where I'm at on the pictures here. There's my frog. And I did ink his belly a little bit. I probably should have done it a little better, but apparently I didn't because well, sometimes they get in some slimy looking stuff. So maybe it looks like he got just a little bit dirty. And there's that dragonfly that I like. Isn't he cute? If you leave a comment below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so very much. And you might get tired of seeing my videos popping up today. I do have 3 spread out over the day. But if you don't, thank you so much for that too. Have a happy scrappy week. Have fun on the hop. Bye.